So we're going to start our very first math lesson today on inches. I'll just wait till everyone's ready. Because I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, Wyatt, not Wyatt. Lewis, are you ready? And Kaden, you ready? Okay, show me, because it doesn't look like you are. All right, so our essential question, again, we learned yesterday, is how can I measure objects? So that's what we're going to be working on this lesson and throughout this chapter, okay? So we are going to first learn about inches, all right? So we're going to watch a little video that is 12 inches is a foot. So we're going to learn a little bit about measurement. And let me pause it because I think I turned this down.
Speakers that you used to have, or that were always on the desk.
Hold on here. Hold on. Sorry guys, I forgot.
That's the cutest George.
All right. It's still quiet, isn't it?
It's because your remote is not working. It's really no.
Okay, let's try this again. I'll restart it. And it might be too loud, but I'll turn it down in a second.
Oh, what is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No, not that kind of foot. The kind of foot we use in measurement. Now, here's the story of how I taught my mom that not all feet are 1 foot long. Mom said, wow. She said, woohoo, you squeezed 12 inches in your shoe. I said, no way, not what I put. All I squeezed in was my foot. All I squeezed in was my foot. But then Mama said something like this. You slipped your foot in your shoe. A foot's 12 inches, agree?
I do.
If there's 12 inches in a foot, then there's 12 inches in your shoe. I thought my mom was mistaken, so I said this. You see, my foot is pretty small. It's not 12 inches long at all. Don't use my foot for measuring. My foot is not 1 foot. It's not 12 inches long. But in measurement, there is a foot that's 12 inches long. Everybody count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Inches in a foot. No, not that kind of foot. The kind of foot we use in measurement. How many inches in a foot?
12 inches in a foot.
How many inches in a foot?
12 inches in a foot.
Now here's something not too hard. It's not 12 miles or 1 yard. A foot's 12 inches. Measure quick. Use a ruler or yardstick. But our foot size we don't choose. That's the foot that slips in shoes. A foot's 12 inches. Pretty neat. At least the foot that's not our feet. Now
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 inches in a foot. No, not that kind of foot. The kind of foot we use in measurement. How many inches in a foot?
12 inches in a foot.
How many inches in a foot?
12 inches in a foot.
How many inches in a foot?
12 inches in a foot.
How many inches in a foot?
12 inches in a foot.
Okay. All right. So today we're going to really talk about inches. But this song was just letting you know that there's 12 inches in a foot. And tomorrow we'll be talking about feet or foot. 1 foot or more than 1 foot would be feet. And then yards. So today I want you to find your ruler. Find your ruler.
I snapped a pink one of those before. I snapped like a plastic one. Yeah, snapped. Is that really nice?
Okay, now listen. Thank you for those of you that got out your ruler without talking. Thank you. Those of you that were talking, I don't know why you are. Okay, so sit down for a second. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. move on from money and time, and I'm gonna get out my bucket with rulers, and I'm gonna put them over here. So, if you don't have your own ruler, you're just gonna have to borrow Mrs. Murphy's, and I'm gonna put them, there was a little label for them. I'll find the label, but I'm gonna set them over here, and it's gonna be your responsibility, not mine, because you were supposed to bring one at the beginning of the school year. It's gonna be your responsibility to just come over here and get one if you don't have one. If you wanna keep it in your desk until we're done with this chapter, I'm fine with that, but it's your responsibility. Okay? Now, how big is an inch? So look at your ruler. Whenever we measure, our 0 is gonna be at the far left. Now, most of your rulers have inches at the top and centimeters at the bottom. But if you flip it around,
Centimeters is on top.
Louis, please. If I flip it over, centimeters at the top and inches are at the bottom. And we will be learning about centimeters, but just not quite yet. So always make sure that you don't have the cm. That's for centimeters. You always have the inches, in, or inches at the top. Now we talked about sometimes rulers don't start with 0 at the end. Mine doesn't. Mine starts, there's a little gap. So whenever I'm measuring, I need to find the end, whether it's 0 or whether there's a line. And I need to make sure that that's where I start. Okay? Now, who can look at their ruler and look from the 0 to 1? And can you find anything on your body that might be an inch wide? Milo, what did you find?
A nail.
Your nail. So like, your nail from the top to the bottom. Well, your nail doesn't go all the way to the top though.
Oh, the top.
Yeah. So, there's one thing in Mrs. Murphy's that's about an inch. And your guys' might not be quite that big, but I want you guys to give it a try. Can you guys put your thumbs there?
Yes.
And mine is about an inch fat. Are your guys' yet?
No.
No.
Mine
Not even close.
is
Okay.
Mine's almost.
Okay.
Mine's almost.
Almost.
Mine's
Okay.
halfway. Two phones is it?
Okay. Allie, can you find something?
My big toe.
You think your big toe is an inch across? Excuse me. Check your toes going, the top going up and down or across going wide?
Can we take our shoes off?
You can take your shoes off and
I'm
try.
taking off my socks.
Well, I don't want you to all take off your socks, but
I'm
it'll get really stinky.
I got a big, I got a huge toe.
Okay.
Look at mine. Mine's not even that fat.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you a job now. Okay. I'm gonna give you a job. Listen to your job. Okay. You are gonna go. Listen to the directions. We're gonna do this quietly, quickly. You are gonna go around the room and find one thing that is about an inch. It's not gonna be perfect, but about an inch. And then you're gonna come back to your desk. I'm gonna see who can be the quietest and the quickest. Okay? Go ahead and go.
I need to get my shoes. Oh, this is way bigger than an inch. I'm done.
You're not the quietest though. You might be the quickest, but you're not the quietest. Search for this. Yeah, from 0 to 1.
0?
You find something? What did you find? You will measure it? What's an inch?
John, I found your Rubik's Cube. Oh, wait. John, I found your Rubik's Cube. I'm following. Nope. John.
Okay, remember you're looking for only 1 inch. Only 1 inch. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds starting now.
Let's see if this is an
Only
inch.
1 inch.
Too small. No, it's too big. This thing is. Oh, this is leather.
You're not taking stuff off my desk.
This? Guys.
15 seconds and we're all gonna come back for a desk.
What about this?
Oh,
Mom. Paper clip, paper clip.
5 seconds.
I can't find it. Too small.
Alright, back to your desk.
Darn.
Now, back to your desk.
Darn it. I had to put on a new one.
Raise your hand if you found something. And Raylan didn't even have to leave his desk. Raylan, I liked how quiet you were and quick. What did you find?
I found this on my water bottle right here.
So that little, is it?
It's like this.
Part of this.
Okay. Okay, Raylan, good job of being quiet and quick. I'm gonna find Ellie S because she was quiet and quick too. What did you find?
I just got this after I think about it. It's like this much broken,
Yeah.
so I just broke it all.
You broke it a little bit more. So your crayon was broken to be about an inch, and then you had to break it just a little bit more. Okay, Lily, you were so quiet and quick too. What did you find? Can you come up and show us? What was about an inch? The edge of the board. Okay, awesome. What did you find, Charlotte? That was about an inch.
Like the paper back here.
Okay,
There's one too.
all right. Keita, what did you find?
I showed Charlotte where Allie A's name.
Like her name tag up there?
Yes.
That was about an inch?
Yes.
Perfect. John, what did you find that was about an inch?
The garbage can on the clever touch.
Oh, the garbage can, the recycling bin.
That's why it's tapped.
Good job. That's why it's tapped. It's okay, bud. So that's about an inch. Good job. How about Addie?
I took my mom's hat and then I measured it and the C is like about 2 inches.
Good job. Good example. Journey, what did you find?
I found the little magnet.
The magnet. Good job. The magnet is about an inch. Good job. Libby, what did you find?
I don't know if it's an inch, but I thought it was.
It's pretty close, like the finger. Yeah, I would agree. The finger on my pointer is about an inch. Good one. Ellie, what did you find?
I found 2.
Okay, what did you get? Just give us one. Just give us the one that is probably your favorite. The E on Fayette is about an inch. Awesome. All right, Lila, what did you find?
I found just a picture right there.
And did Tyson find the same thing?
Yeah, we both found the same thing.
Could you-
told her. But we found half of this thing.
Okay, and then Tyson found the little handle on the gumball machine. If you measured going across, is about an inch.
You can't push it without
Yeah,
special point.
yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Rickle, what did you find?
I actually have 2.
Just one though. That's all I'm taking.
But this little one is kind of funny. I measured this and it's an inch because I used that.
What was it you measured? Your finger?
Your rule
Oh,
is an inch.
I don't know what are you showing me when you're measuring. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
This. I measured all the way up to here and that's an inch. Because I measured these lines.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
me.
I was looking for an object, but
I have one.
okay, Aria. Oh yes, those signs that Mrs. Murphy made for the cabinet are probably about an inch. Good, Carson.
Me and Y got the same thing. We measured this M to the J.
Okay, that's about an
An
inch.
inch.
Good, Tyson. What did you find?
I just did right now.
Did it right now?
My eraser on the pencil.
Oh, I was thinking maybe some of your erasers on your pencils might be like if
Yeah,
you have a
this-
big fat eraser, long one, it might be.
No, mine's small.
I know. A lot of yours are
Mine's
small.
skinny.
Okay, last one, Ingrid. What did you find? A clip, is it about 1 inch long? Or pretty close? Okay. Alright, can I have you guys do one thing with Mrs. Murphy? Take your thumb. Do you see where your thumb bends? Like at the knuckle? Put your 0 there. And measure up. And how long is your guys' knuckles to the top of your thumb? Wyatt? Oh my gosh. Exactly? Okay. Okay.
Inch exact.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So,
Mine's over than an inch.
so guess what? Mine is over 1 inch because I'm bigger. I'm an adult, and your guys' will eventually probably get a little bigger than 1 inch. But if you need to, and you need to measure something, and you don't have a ruler, and you need to measure in inches, you could use the top of your thumb from the knuckle to the end. So if you can't remember how big is 1 inch, just pull out your thumb and go like this. Everybody go like this. Can you guys bend your thumbs like that?
Yeah.
I know.
Like this?
Just show me. Like this.
I don't know why I did it. It's easy.
Okay, if you can bend your thumb like that, most of your guys' thumbs right now are about 1 inch. And that would be a good tool. If you don't have a ruler to measure, another tool you could use is your finger. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, Mrs. Stewart, just pass that over. Let's put our names at the top, please. You can put your rulers on the side of your desk. Who's making that noise? Louis, please stop. Put your name at the top. Did anyone Mrs. Stewart, did you have an extra one?
I did.
I don't have it.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, Lila. Is that Lila?
That's not a real
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, because I was like, that's all right, because I'm like, normally I'm right on, but there's some days where I'm not, so.
And some days Miss Murphy forgets to pass us the paper. Yeah, like yesterday she said, all right, go ahead, do your spelling. We're like, Miss Murphy, you didn't even get it all. Well, first,
This is the landmark.
there's no paper. I'm like,
Yep, that doesn't happen very often. I think it was the first time all year.
you practically thought because you were like, okay, make sure you don't write it on your paper, because like I heard that.
Yep.
Like, don't write on your paper.
Okay, all right, so what we're going to do is we are going to measure this little golf ball tee. This is a golf ball tee. And we have our rulers. So make sure when you line up your ruler, your 0 is at the end of the golf ball tee. And when you measure going across from one end to the other end, Carson, about how many inches is it?
2 inches.
Good job. Did everybody get 2?
Yes.
Yes. Good job. So that is 2 inches. So write a 2 on that line, please.
Miss Murphy, you can just thing. Oh, this. Then put it down.
You could. You're right. You would abbreviate it that way. Good job. Okay, now we're going to measure that blue highlighter. So make sure I can see. Mason, can I use yours as an example? Mason, kind of started at 1. Should we start at 1 or should we start at 0?
0.
So always try to remember to start at 0. Then you don't have to subtract, because if you start at 1, you have to subtract 1. So never start at 1. Always start at 0.
It's a 6. Yeah, 6 inches.
All right, second graders, as a whole class, what did you guys get?
6.
6 inches. Awesome job. Okay, now we have a crayon that's not broken. Not like Ellie's. A brand new crayon.
Oh, I know.
All right, second graders, what'd you get?
3.
Good job, 3 inches.
I thought good. Oh, it was closer to 3 than 2.
Yep. Now this one, sometimes objects that are curved are kind of hard to measure. So just try your best to measure from one end of this, I think it's a hockey puck, to the other end. Go ahead and measure it.
It's in the middle.
It's closest to 2.
I got 2.5.
I got 2.5.
Uh-oh.
Everyone got 2.5.
Okay, second graders, what'd you get?
2.5.
All right, so this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to write If we do halves, which we're going to learn a little bit about this unit, is we're going to write the big number. How many whole inches do I have? I have 2 whole inches, but it's not at 3 yet. It's in the middle, so I got to write half because it's halfway there. So here is my fraction. I'm going to do a 1 over 2, and that means a half. I'm halfway there. 1 out of 2 pieces.
Are we going to be learning about fractions
We
yet?
will be for the end of the year. Okay, Miss Shaper's first group. Why don't you quietly push your chairs and go with her? Charlotte, did you have a question? You certainly can. Yep. Okay, now let's flip it over to the next page where it says the guided practice.
That was really
All right. Guided practice. It says at the top, 1 inch is about the length of one colored tile. You can use let you know about inches to estimate the length of an object. Then use an inch ruler to measure the length. Okay, now, if you have a glue stick in your toolbox, get it out. If you don't have a glue stick, walk back to my glue stick bucket and see if there is one in there.
You gotta give it back, okay? Sound good? Sound good? You gotta give it back. Mine's the same size. If I take a little, but if I want 3 inches bigger. Mine's 3.
Okay, now, take the glue stick that you have, because glue sticks do come in all shapes and sizes, mainly sizes or lengths. The glue stick on this paper is 3 inches long. Measure yours, and quietly raise your hand if you can tell me how long yours is. Journey? 3. Lewis?
4.
4. Raylan? 4. Mason? 3.5. Okay. Tyson?
3.
3. Lily? 3. Carson?
3.
Lila. Not Lila. Corla. 3. Charlotte? 4. Elias? Mrs. Murphy. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Murphy. Oh, keep forgetting. Mrs. Murphy, what'd you get? 4. I know, I keep forgetting. Okay, I got it. Wyatt? 3.5. Okay, I'll take 2 more. Kaden? 3. John?
4.
4.
So
Okay.
me and Louis got the same one.
So some of us have longer glue sticks, so we're going to have a longer measurement. If you have the same one as this one, like the 3s, yours is going to be a little bit shorter. Okay, now, you can put your glue sticks away. If you got one from back there, no, leave it at your desk because you might need it. Because we'll need glue sticks. All right, now, as a class, we're going to do this next section together. Okay, on this first part, they want us to measure some chalk. I don't really have this chalk anymore. I was looking in my cupboard when you guys were gone, and I have chalk, but not in the boxes anymore. So we're gonna kind of scratch the chalk idea, and we're gonna use crayons. Does anyone have a box of crayons? Because I have a huge box. Does anyone have a nice box of crayons? Kaden, do you? I saw your hand first. If not, then I'll go with Mason. Okay, because this box is a little big, I want to see if we measure your
I have
box.
64 crayons in it.
Yeah.
I know I have some.
Can you find it, Kaden?
No.
Okay, Mason, is it okay to use Mason's? Okay. All right, now, we're gonna use this box of crayons and we're gonna measure going across. And we're gonna go to the nearest inch. Okay, because sometimes we have to round or estimate to the nearest inch. Okay? So I'm gonna have Tyson come up here. I will hold it, you measure.
It's wide and
Nope, put it at 0, buddy. Okay, so Tyson got, and I know you guys can't see way back there, but his is just about exactly 3 inches. Okay, so right now, oh, we forgot to estimate. Shoot, I forgot. We were supposed to try to guess. We'll skip that one for this one. So estimate means to try to guess. Take a guess of how long do you think it should be. So we'll say our guess is going to be 3. Let's just guess 3.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
3.5.
I'm gonna say 9.
Or 9 is 2.5.
Take a good guess. We're just going to guess 3 because we forgot to estimate.
Well,
And then we measure it and it was 3. Okay, now we're going to estimate. The next one is we're going to do Lila's lunch box or bag. Right now, I want you to take a good estimate as to how long do you think this is and write it right there. So estimate, take a good guess. So obviously a good guess would not be 1. Okay, take a good guess. We're not measuring yet. Oh, I see what you're doing, Tyson. Tyson's holding up his ruler. Hey, that's a good strategy.
It wouldn't
Miss
work,
Murphy,
though.
keep
It
it
would be
still.
less- It would
Yeah.
be like
It would be like
Tiny.
2 inches. It'd be easy.
not easy. It wouldn't even be that.
It would be like 1 inch.
It wouldn't even
Yes,
be
Carla.
that
I
much.
bet.
If it's that
Okay,
close.
all right, write it on your papers.
I think it's 4. I think it's 6.
Okay, write it down.
I will find out.
I
think 5. I think 6.
All right, raise your hand if you want to share your estimate. Charlotte, what did you estimate?
4.
4. Jeremy, what did you estimate? 7. Wyatt?
6.
6. Kaden?
10.
10. John?
6.
6. Carson?
5.
5. Mason? 6. Mrs. Murphy? 11. Good estimate. Braylon? 8. Lewis?
5.
5. And Tyson, do you have your hand up?
4.
4. Anyone else want to estimate but didn't get a chance? Okay. Lots of great estimates, but you can see we have all the way from 4. I think 11 was the highest. I think Mrs. Murphy said 11. So Lila, since it's your lunchbox, will you bring your ruler up here? And I'll have you measure. And we'll see who was the closest. And leave your estimate there. It's okay if your estimate is wrong. Here's my label.
It's on the ruler.
I knew I had a label.
It's on your ruler.
All right. So Lila's going to start it at 0. And I would say, I think it's going to be closer to
9.
9. Did anyone say 9?
No.
Braylon said 8.
He was maybe the closest.
I said 10.
And you said 10.
Because I made him work. I
Okay.
did my pencil box and it's the same thing.
Okay. So the closest would have been 8 and 10. Nobody said 9, but guess what? Sometimes we have to estimate and just take a good guess. So make sure you write, it is 9. Mason, you need to make sure yours matches mine, please.
You want to erase my being a 5. I didn't erase it. I guess 5.
My lucky number was 9. Wait, what? I would have got it exact. I just changed my answer because instead of
Okay.
8, I did 9 instead.
Let's go on to the back. You guys will do the independent practice in a minute.
They really did this.
Actually, you know what, guys? Let's do this. Because I think we need to practice doing more of this than the back. Let's not worry about the back today. Let's just go and continue this, okay?
That means we can cross the back off.
Why don't you cross off the back? Yep, I changed my mind today.
Oh, probably we can estimate my
Okay.
about the back. Okay. Can we do it
You
at home?
can do it at home, definitely.
This is what I feel about the back.
Just wait.
How do you feel about
I'll be
it?
here in a minute. And thanks, Lila. When you are ready, go to this page. Okay. All right, so we are going to estimate a shoe. Wyatt, would you come up here and bring up your shoe? I see you're all ready. Hey, right now. In a minute, I'll let you measure your shoe, but let's do Wyatt's shoe first. I want you to take an estimate as to how long do you think Wyatt's shoe is?
About.
And put it right here where it says about how many inches. Please do it right now.
Okay.
Lois, are you doing that? No. You're supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to be quiet.
Okay. I'm only gonna take 4 people's estimates every time because I'm not gonna have time to get everybody's. So let's start. I'm gonna start with the 4 people that I see hands up first, and I saw Journey's first. Journey, what do you think?
About 6.
6. What do you think, Charlotte?
9.
Okay. Tyson?
7.
7. And Ellie? 7. Okay. All right, Wyatt, bring your ruler up here. Now, I see Mason has half inches. I don't want half inches, I want whole inches, okay? Because we're going to go to the nearest inch.
I had one shoe left, so I measured 9.
Okay.
Never mind.
Are you at 0? Is that 0 there?
It's kind of
So,
hard because it's
it's
the
kind
tip.
of hard because they curve, but let's do this. Sometimes if we go like this, Wyatt, to the top of it.
I measured mine 9 and
Guess what? It is just about 9.5, but when I go like this, it's closer to what?
10.
10.
Yes!
So, if you guessed 10 inches, you were you were right on.
I was later on.
Now, I want you to take your shoes, and do you see how Mrs. Murphy went from the top and measured all the way to the bottom, and then I saw where the very bottom of his shoe was, and that's 10. I want you to see if you guys have 10 inches or bigger or smaller.
Miss Burpee.
Do I know? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Miss Burpee. If you called on me, I was going to say 10.
Mine's 10.
But I didn't see that you're right.
Mine's 10.
Where's your estimate?
Mine's
10.
Mine's 10.
Yours is 10.
Mine's 10. Mine's 9.
Okay, we're gonna put 10 there. Okay. Yours are 10.
Mine's 10. I think Miss Murphy. I think everyone got 10.
Okay, second graders, give me a thumbs up if yours are 10 like Wyatt's.
Mine's a 9.
I didn't ask that.
Oh, mine is 9.
All right, thumbs up if yours is a 10. Thumbs down if yours is just less than a 10. Two thumbs up if yours is more than 10, like 11 or more. So just Raylan and Ellie. Okay, awesome. All right, now everybody should have this 10, and your estimate should be there. So when I look at your papers and grade them today, I should see both are to the nearest inch. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do a pair of scissors. So Addie, would you bring up your pair of scissors? Definitely.
It's kind of like
Okay, I want you to estimate. Don't pull your scissors out. I want you to take an estimate. Looking at these scissors, about how many inches do you think this is? Raise your hand if you have an estimate that you want to share. Lily, what do you think? 4. Raylan? 5.
Send the next group.
Lewis? 5. And I'm going to take one more. Kaden? 5. All right, put your estimate here. How many inches do you think this scissors is? My group coming in, turn to this page, find the scissors, take a good guess or estimate as to how many inches this is. Okay, now Addie's going to come up and measure to the nearest inch, and we'll see if your estimate is close. by the end of this.
It's
Okay, 6.
and I took a guess. Nice guess. I guessed 7.
All right.
I guessed it.
All right, give me a thumbs up if you guessed 6 and you were right on.
How was that a
All right, give me a thumbs down if you guessed less than 6. Not that you got it wrong, you just guessed less than 6. And give me 2 thumbs up if you guessed 7 or more. Okay. All right, thanks, Addie. All right, Mrs. Schaefer's second group, quietly pushing your chairs. And head to her rookies.
This rookie, what did you think they were?
All right. Does anyone have a paintbrush?
No.
No.
No, I don't.
No, no, no. Is it like a pencil the same size as the brush?
No, mine. I don't got a great one.
Okay, Mrs. Murphy has a paintbrush.
Oh, a big
I
one.
got one.
Okay, I want you to, my group that just came in, you're going to estimate or take a guess. How many inches do you think this is? And write it right here. Oh, sorry.
2.5.
We're not shouting, we're just raising our hand just like Addie. Did you see that? All right, if you have a good estimate to the nearest inch, I don't want any halves, to the nearest inch. John. 3.
Wait.
Do you think this is 3?
5.
5, okay. So John's gonna write down 5. Corla, what do you think? 7. Libby, what do you think?
2.
You think this is only 2? 2 fingers? Maybe you gotta really think. Remember, an inch is like your fingers, like your finger.
6.
So 6, that would be a better estimate or guess. Kaden, did you have a guess? 5. I'll take one more. Journey. 7. All right. Journey, would you bring your ruler up? And Journey is gonna measure and see how long it actually is.
Let's see. I think I know.
What do you think? 8. Well, let's move it right to that 0. See how it should be right at the 0 there. So then it's right at 9. Right at 9.
Yes. I was right on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you were right on 9. Okay, give me a thumbs down if you just guessed 8 or less. And give me 2 thumbs up if you guessed 11 or more. Nobody guessed more than 11?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, that'd
That'd be
be a very long.
nonsense.
Okay.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
So then it would just be close.
Mine was like 6,000.
Okay. All right. Now this one we'll do in just a second, but I don't want you measuring it yet because we're gonna take a piece of notebook paper and actually we're gonna take your paper right here and measure from the top to the bottom. So right now, don't measure it. I want you to estimate how long do you think this paper is from the top to the bottom? Don't measure yet. And then write your estimate down here. Okay, what are some estimates? Addie?
10.
10. Brooklyn?
12.
12. So that'd be a foot, right? A whole ruler. Good estimate. Corla? 11. Kaden?
11.
11. Mrs. Murphy?
11.
11. Mason? Okay, no halves though. So let's just say, should we just say 10? 10. Okay. All right, Briley.
10.
10. Okay. All right, take your rulers
It's 11.
and measure going from the top down to the bottom.
I was close. It was like about 11.
It's closest to 11.
It's close to
Yeah,
Okay, what is it closest to, guys?
11!
11, definitely.
Right on.
Yeah. Mine closest to 12.
I knew it was 11.
I
guessed
11. Mine
What,
desk?
Okay, thumbs up if you got 11. You guessed 11 and it was 11. Thumbs down if you guessed 10 or less. And 2 thumbs up if you guessed 12 or more. Okay. So, that's okay.
is a desk?
Now,
What? Oh,
okay, this is gonna be kind of fun because you guys are going to measure. Just listen. I know your desks kind of curve and they're kind of an odd shape, but do you guys? I wish I could lift the desk up. Most of you can see right here. We're gonna measure from. Do you guys see this right here to here?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna measure from these 2 points, not these, not way over here, but like we're gonna pretend that right here. How many inches do you think it's going to be? Now, most of you can figure out it's going to be more than a ruler stick, more than 12. So just take a good guess. And it's going to be fun to measure. So take a good guess. How many inches? It's definitely going to be more than 12.
15.
Okay, Brooke, not Brooklyn, I'm sorry, LEA, what's your estimate? 24. Okay.
That's a good guess.
She's going to guess 24.
Yep.
Braylon, what are you going to guess?
19.
19. Okay. How about John?
24, because 12 plus 12 equals 4.
So you think it's gonna be 2 ruler sticks laying down?
Well, it could be.
It could be. Okay. That's a good prediction. Addie.
I think you just caught. I'm just gonna take a good guess. 21 or 20.
Okay. I would just pick one of those. I think those are both good guesses. Briley.
19.
19. Wyatt.
24 and
24 and a half. So just over 2 ruler 6 inches, or 2 ruler 6. All right, Mrs. Murphy.
10, 12, 21.
Okay,
How about
21.
you, Miss Murphy?
All right, Mason.
17.
17. Liddy.
24.
24. Okay, I'm gonna take.
How about you, Miss Murphy?
I'm gonna take. I don't know the answer.
Her
Oh,
name is
really?
actually LES instead of Mrs. Murphy today. I thought they switched names.
Oh, you're ready to measure? Oh, okay. All right. Does anyone have last 3 estimates real quickly? Aria.
19.
19. Journey.
24.
Okay. Brooklyn.
20.
And Kaden.
2 feet.
Which is how much?
24 inches.
Good job. Now, okay, we're gonna measure.
That's my guess.
How can we do this? If we know it's gonna be more than 2 rulers or 1 ruler stick, how can we do this? Kaden, what is one way?
You could use 2 rulers.
Definitely. So you could definitely use 2 ruler sticks, and then what are you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to add them. And when I lay one down at 0, the other one has to be right at the end of 12, and they might have to overlap a little bit because they're gonna have to be exactly on. So that's one way to do it. And if you need another ruler stick, you can definitely borrow one of Mrs. Murphy's. Wait. Sit down. That's one idea. There's another way you could do it. Brooklyn.
You could use.
Definitely, but we're not going to get my yardstick out till tomorrow. I only have one because I have to round up some more. So we're not going to use the yardstick because we're not going to learn about that till tomorrow. Wyatt.
Well, I did it like so like you stop, like work, like do it like this, and then you slide it.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I could go, and I might do it both ways just to make sure I get the right answer. I could put this at 0. Let me put this chair down so you guys can see. Oops. So I'm going to start at 0. I'm going to put my finger here. This is 12. And then I'm going to kind of do my best to line it up. And then I'm going to go way to the end and see how many is there, and then I'm going to add them. Okay? So that's another way, because if you only have 1 ruler stick, that's another opportunity. Okay, I want you to go ahead and measure one way or both ways and see how many inches you get.
I got 17, but I did this in my head.
No, we're going this way, buddy. Here. We're not measuring top to bottom. This one's to go across.
24. It's 23 inches.
24.
It's 23.
This is what I know.
It's 23.
So I put my estimate right here.
You can go ahead and do that.
I guess that would work. What did you get first? Okay.
I knew that my arm was about a ruler, so I used my.
That's a good idea too.
Murphy, can we change your estimate?
No, don't change your estimate.
24. You little cheater.
I didn't measure it though.
So It's 12.
I'm going on mine.
I said
Oh, no.
both of mine.
Both of mine got 24.
No, I said 24 as my guess. I picked 22. I said 22 or 24.
Okay, I guessed 40.
Journey, what did you get for your measurement? Did you measure it?
I got I think 22 or 23.
I think those are about right. All right, go back to your desk and then raise your hand if you measured and you think you have
Okay, I'm gonna measure.
a good measurement. Kaden, did you get?
Well, 2 feet, so 24.
Okay, so you got 24. Mrs. Murphy, what did you get? What was it?
23.
23. And I have a question. Both of these are right, but why are they different? Brooklyn? Well, the desks are curved, and so if you didn't start, like if Kaden and Mrs. Murphy didn't start at the exact same spot because it's curved, then your inches are going to be off just a little bit. And so if you got 24, you maybe just started your curve way out more on the end of your curve. If you're like Ellie and Mrs. Murphy and Mrs. Murphy, I got more 23 too. Okay, thumbs up if you got 24. Okay, put your thumbs down. Thumbs up if you got 23.
I got both.
Okay, thumbs down. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't get either one of these and you got something else. Addie, what did you get?
Well, I took a good guess of 21.
But what did you actually measure? You said your guess is 21, but what did you actually measure?
Well, plus 11.
So that would be 23. So good. So 23.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone else have a number that I didn't say? Libby?
Did you? Oh, you already said 24.
Yeah, I did. All right. Awesome job. So I think, are really good at measuring. You guys are doing a great job of measuring. So what we're going to do is we're going to, in a minute, I'll have Mrs. Stewart collect them. That way you guys don't have to get up and make, we don't have to have like a traffic jam. Make sure you have all those done, except for Miss Shaper's first group. I'm going to have you come up here and we're going to finish what you missed. It's not much, but we're going to finish what you missed. The rest of you, and Miss Shaper's first group, wait just a minute. The rest of you, I want you to go to IXL Math, and you can put your rulers away, and we're going to do S1 in math, which is on measuring to the nearest inch. Can you guys wait a second? Okay, look up here, guys. Let me sit down for a second so I can show them. Okay, on S1, there's only one that is highlighted under measurement. So you're going to measure using an inch ruler. So what you can do, guys, is click on that ruler and make sure you move it up here. Okay, because sometimes kids try to leave it down there and they can't measure that way. And make sure you go from that end to this end, because if I went right here, I'm going to get 2.5. But I want to go right to the end there. And when I do that, it is closer to what, Kaden? 3. And the key word is about. So they want you to go to the closest inch. About 1 inch. Don't go to half inches. Okay? All right, so I want you to work on this. We have about like 7-8 minutes. Maybe you can get to 100. Try your best. I think most of you could. Try hard and try to get there, okay?
Miss Murphy, I'm going to use my desk if they need to.